Hi everyone. Good evening, good morning, whatever it is for you. It is nighttime here, so good night. It's 9:15. I think it's still Monday night. And that is September 17th. I hope you're all well. This is a late video. This is my Cards with Paige and Peggy collab. 2 days late. Yeah. So anyway, the theme was supposed to be Halloween or general purpose, so I did a mixture. And let me just jump right in because I don't want this to be long. Here's the first one. It is a birthday card, and it's a shaker card. And I'll just start all these. I have my Stampin' Up stuff here because I made these with primarily Stampin' Up. And I'm not going to go over everything. I'll just tell you the designer papers and stuff, and then I will have a list below the video of everything I use. So if you're interested in anything and you don't have a demonstrator, please, please, please see it in your heart and your pocketbook to buy through me. Thank you. Anyway, this is a shaker card. The sequins are not Stampin' Up, and but this paper is. This is from the Twinkle Twinkle collection. It's in the annual catalog, and it's in the children's section for children's birthdays, and this is sort of for a child, but I didn't want it to be too babyish like. So I put some silver sequins on. I stamped this happy birthday out in Mint Macaroon, and what I'll tell you what I used this birthday backgrounds stamp, which you'll see in a minute where I used that. I used the candles and confetti framelits, and I used the blow out the candles. Here's the happy birthday, and the flamingo and the sequins were in my stash, and this is Cool Mint Stickles, which I had in my stash, and this is from Stampin' Up. And then oh, the stars, I had some star dies, metal dies from International, and that's where I did that. I looked in the catalog. I did not see any stars in Stampin' Up. So anyway, I cut some out of the back paper, as well as obviously the front, and then I actually had cut it in 2 layers, and then I didn't realize what I was doing, but I cut another one out in white to write a little sentiment on. And then I covered the shaker part with another piece of the paper, which you can see through here actually has the same stars as this, because this is the back of that paper, and it's got like constellations with hearts and stars on it. And then over here I used one of the backgrounds, which is also hearts and stars here, and I stamped, I think it's powder pink. This paper is petal pink, but I don't have that ink pad, so I used powder pink and I stamped it all over, and then I just put these stars on top. So that's the first one. I'm going to put the next 2 out, and I'm going to bring in another stamp set, which is, if I can find it, it's called Bokeh Dots. Bokeh Dots. And I have used this before for a Christmas card, and I used this one before, but this time I used this, which looks like starbursts and stars and things. So I thought that would be appropriate for a birthday. I again used also the blow out the candles, this cake, and this stand. And I did use also the sentiment, eat cake and enjoy your day, on one of them. All of these were colored either with Stampin' Blends or the Many Marvelous markers, which are Stampin' Right markers, which I actually preferred for these. I also used Night of Navy Twine. So what I did, oh, and this paper in the background is also from the Twinkle Twinkle, the navy and the gray with dotted lines. So I thought those were kind of masculine. So I thought these would be alright for a masculine birthday card. These two are Whisper White sheets where I did an all-over print from the birthday backgrounds here. And the inks I used were Night of Navy and I think it's Smoky Slate. I think this might be Gray Granite color, but I only had Smoky Slate. And then here I used Night of Navy and Smoky Slate with the bokeh dots. So I popped that up on dimensionals. This one I had a white doily from my stash. Both of them have Spectrum Noir sparkle pen on. These little candle embellishments on this one are something I just showed you recently. They're available in the embellishments area of Stampin' Up! On the website and in the annual catalog. They come in silver and gold in a little pack. They're actually sticker backs, but I glued them down. And this one I didn't do that. So that's that. And then the gray one, I think in both, but in opposite colors. This is Night of Navy paper. I used this swirly stuff and I did an all over background stamp and I embossed Eat Cake and Enjoy Your Day in silver to kind of go with the gray. And on this one, I didn't emboss. I did the all over confetti also, and I did the Eat Cake and Enjoy Your Day, but in Night of Navy. So that is it. The Night of Navy twine I wrapped around the one background pattern I stamped 3 times. And then I bumped up, like I said, I bumped up the bokeh dots section on there. So I thought that looked pretty cute and would be appropriate for anyone. And the last two, I went with the Halloween because I had to make some cards for my grandgirls. And I have 2. So I don't know which one I'm going to give to which. I sort of have an idea, but I'm not positive. So this is the first one I did. I just love this little ghost paper. I did bring in, there's a purple polka dot back here. That's out of it's the Gorgeous Grape color, but it's out of the Stampin' Up! Brights Designer Series paper. And I also brought in this one the Regals, the pumpkin pie dots out of there. Okay, and then the rest of the things are from the Toil and Trouble paper line. The ghosts, the kitty cats, the little pumpkins, this stripe. Now, this is actually another stamp set. And it is from this Labels to Love, and it's in the annual catalog still. It's been there at least, this is probably the 2nd year, so I don't know if it'll be there next year. It says Trick or Treat, Have a Haunting Halloween, Something Wicked This Way Comes in 31. And then it coordinates with the Everyday label punch, Everyday Label. Okay, and so let's see. And then the little ghost I colored in just around the edges with Highland Heather color, and then I used a blender pen to kind of pull the color in to make it look sort of like it's fading into the white. Under her, I have a piece of white cardstock just to help set her off a little bit, and it's this pretty label punch. They're both available, both those punches still. And then this I colored. I did not punch that out of the paper. This broom I colored, and this little witch I colored. So everything on here is colored, and this one I stamped in Memento Black, but then I colored it in the Halloween and the purple around the edges with the Gorgeous Grape. So everything else, this, and this, and the tag I colored. And then inside, I again have the Designer Series paper, not the Toil and Trouble, but the collection, the Brights, I think it is. And I just stamped Happy Halloween, and that was out of the Cauldron Bubble set. And then here's the little kitty cat that I colored also down at the bottom. So that's the first one. And then the second one, I colored the cauldron, the broom, and the ghost, but I did not. I fussy cut this little witch because she doesn't cut out with the dies. And I also fussy cut a pumpkin out of another sheet of that paper. I used a piece of the black sparkly ribbon, the ribbon that has the, it's organdy ribbon with silver flecks in it. This is the Regals, I think, Designer Series paper. This is the Toil and Trouble. And then I used the Pretty Label Punch and I stamped Happy Halloween. I edged it with basic black Stampin' Right pen marker. And then inside, both of these are from the Designer Series paper, Regals, I think it is. And I just stamped Trick or Treat, and this little kitty is a little bit lighter. I used a gray, I think I used a gray marker instead of a black. And that's it. That is my set of 5 cards, 2 Halloween and 3 birthday. I really like how they all turned out, actually. I'm pretty pleased. So I hope you like them too, and if you do, would you please be kind enough to give me a thumbs up? And like I said, I will try and put a link to everything I used that's Stampin' Up! Down in the description box. It's going to be a long list though, guys. So yeah, I will try and do that, and I'll take pictures and try and post on Instagram as well. Alright guys, have a great evening or morning, whatever it is. See you later. Hugs, love, and peace.